Alright, let's play this. Let's see what they do. They do on this CT side here. Oh, he's doing content. Yeah, I'm doing like a full content thing with the Peaker's Advantage brand. Another upper rush. Okay. Damn, so they stacked three. Okay, so let's go back here real quick. We'll pause this. So look, we'll go back a little bit farther. So Envy's setup here is they have Sonic playing towards Mini, and then they have a whole bunch of people towards both sites. So Android's just playing here, and then they have Heaven, Sight, and Sam's gonna go top of Hut. He has 10 viewers. Valid point that my stream isn't gonna be my main source of content. Is it possible to get this tool without being in Pro League? I'm not sure. Ablees. It's going to be my Peaker's Advantage brand where I'm doing most of my content, not my personal stream. I'm also going to be doing analyst desk jobs at events. Oh, so Sam just got super blind and got his kill. But oh yeah, so what I was gonna say is Envy had a whole bunch of people towards upper as fast as possible, so that they could be ready for if they did this rush. And then same thing, if they rushed ramp, they had people ready to drop down the ladder and fight together really quick. So it was just like this was like sort of an upper stack, but it's just like a fast rotate strat where they're all just sort of grouped together, and the plan is to just fight with each other. Ooh. Ooh, okay, this is a weird one. Okay, that's a bit of miscomms there. I think Android was too lit and didn't want to fight. Like, he was too worried he was gonna die and didn't really want to commit to that fight. And I feel like yeah, that was just a bit they just weren't really playing together there. Probably just a bit of complacency because they were winning 14-1. But, yeah, Android and Fugly just weren't really playing together there. Yeah, they choked a 14-1 lead on CT Nuke, man. Like, this pistol round, that's kind of a toss-up. Like, the only thing they did wrong was right there at the end in the 2v2, they just didn't play together. But also, same thing, if Fugly just hits the shot, then you sort of ignore the fact that they didn't play together, because if Fugly just one-taps that guy, that doesn't matter. But yeah, I'm sure the pistol round, like overall the pistol round, the strat was good. They traded kills for the most part. Not that bad. Okay, so Yell spotted him. Where did Destiny get that kill? Oh, kind of a misplay by Zonic. It's a big boy waste of your scout. Oh, he just fell. Okay, that's just unlucky. That was just a mechanical little misplay there. He just fell. He was trying to land on top of that box to look over and just missed his jump. Hate to see it. Hate to see it if you're Sonic. Ooh, big Fugs with the double kill. Oh my god, he's just standing in the middle of the fucking open. What a maniac. Oh, yo, if he hits that. Was that Yell up top? No, it wasn't. Damn. If you got that kill, it's game over right there. I think the double scope fucked him. Okay, so the question is, okay, so right here, let's just take a look where everybody is. So Android's down secret, Nifty's in heaven, Sam is in secret with Android. Okay, so this is a bit of a misplay. In a 4v3, don't need two guys in secret here. Unless they're about to rush it. This is called replay, Jinx. They have a Twitter, but like, the guy who makes it has been kind of MIA lately. Like, I was trying to get my coach, my coach of my old team, for like 3 months, and he was sort of MIA, so I don't know. I don't know what they're doing with it. So it might be shit out of luck, I'm not sure. But having two people in secret here is kind of a mistake with a minute left. Like, just because, unless they push it right now, But the problem is, even with pushing it, is like, if you just have one guy down here, like if you just had Som in secret shoulder peeking for info, or just had Android in secret shoulder peeking for info, and then had the other guy back towards upper, then you're like, they're wasting a lot of their advantage right now. Because when you're up 4v3 in a situation like this, and you know that there's multiple people still outside, you should be dedicating more people towards watching for the heaven wrap or watching for the mini split towards upper. I don't know what the INTZ is going to end up doing, but a lot of what happens in, like, haven't seen this round, but I'm going to assume what happens is they push up secret and Yell kills them. That's what I'm going to assume happens this round. It might not be. They might not push. They might just both stay secret, and then they get, or they both stay secret, and then INTZ splits through upper, and they win the round. And because they have 2 secret here, they know that they're out of position now, and because they know they're out of position, I'm assuming what's going to happen is they're going to call for a push to try to make up for the fact that they're out of position. But Yell just happens to be in the perfect position to counter that push. So let's just see what happens. Yeah, see, here it comes. See? Yeah, so they were out of position. That was the second shot from Yell's kind of nuts. Like, Som probably should have killed him. I guess let's see what happened with Som's point of view. Ooh, okay, yeah. So that's nuts by Yell to hit that second shot. Som probably should have killed him. But because they got out of position and they realized they shouldn't have 2 people in secret, they were trying to compensate for that by pushing and getting info and getting map control. But what should have happened is they should have just had one of them in secret, and the one guy in secret should have just been spotting for info, and they should have had 2 guys towards upper, and then they had Fugly posted up on ramp. So Fugly's a quick rotate to secret if the guy that's in secret communicates that he sees them or hears them coming down secret towards lower. Fugly's a quick rotate to lower to help, and then they also have 2 guys in upper, so who's a quick rotate down the vents. So this was a misplay by them, having 2 guys in secret at that point. I'm gonna go back and see like what exactly led to this, like who went down first. This is classic. This is a classic misplay. This happens all the time. So watch. So Sonic dies outside. Android's watching this ramp smoke. This guy that's outside is probably calling that they're crossing secret. So Android is like, okay, I'm going down ramp to secret. Boom, he goes down. At the exact same time, Som, who's in upper, is like, oh, they're crossing secret? Okay, I'm going to go down too. And they both went down, and they didn't communicate who was going down. And then probably what happened is right here. So look, so now, so they were trying to do like a little mini lower setup once they realized they were both down. So Som's like, okay, I'll play in sync, but then he realizes this is useless because Android's right here. So now Som's useless here. Som's useless. And they don't hear anything down secret, so like, oh shit. Okay, well, we're both down here now. What should have happened right here is Som needs to turn around and go back up the vent. Som needs to go back up the vent right now. But what they're saying is, okay, let's push and we'll clear secret. Because they're both down there, and so now they realize they're both out of position. Because the T's didn't come down secret and didn't pressure them, and now they're both here. So they're compensating for the fact they're out of position by doing this push to re-clear secret. Som should have went back up the vent, and Android should have stayed secret, peeking for info. And as soon as he gets info, he just falls back to the window and stays alive, and they probably win this round. But they decide to double push, and then they die. That being said, Yell hit a nuts shot on Som, and Som probably 9 out of 10 times kills Yell there after he gets that first kill on Android. No, this is just a full eco. We'll just skip this round. Yeah. Alright, 14-4. Buy round. Alright, Fugly's coming mini. Ooh, upper rush. Okay, so this is an upper rush. Nifty's baiting. Oh man, okay, wait, I want to watch Destiny's pathing there. Okay, so this is sweet by Destiny. He's going through the molly with the flashes, and he's just running out. And so this could have worked out. Oh, what a round by Destiny. Okay, that's a really good round by Destiny. Honestly, NB didn't really do anything wrong there. Their setup was good. Like, because normally if Nifty dies in the site there, they don't expect another guy to be behind silos. Fugly makes the right play to come through this smoke, and Destiny just kind of owns him. Fugly might have been a little late. Yeah, he did it pretty much as quick as he could have. Like, he kind of hesitated a little bit, but for the most part, that was about as quick as he could have gone. So, that was pretty good. Like, they didn't really do anything wrong that round. That was really good pathing by Destiny. Nice shots, good strat. They just caught him off guard with the rush. That wasn't, like, awful from Envy or anything like that. I'm gonna turn this volume down a little bit. Seemed too loud. Okay, so now they're just faking the upper rush. And going, yeah, just fast ramp. Bada boom, boom, boom. Everybody's dead. Alright, cool. Next, 14-6. Alright. Looks like... Okay, so we can already see a slightly different approach to the defaults from both teams. So they're still doing... INTZ still doing the slow outside thing. Okay, Fugly played red. He killed the guy top of Twinkie. But... INTZ sending 2 people towards lobby entrance at the beginning of the round, whereas Envy would send 4 guys outside pretty much every round. Who would catch a Davey streaming forever? What's up, Hobo Jobo? What up, my man? So Envy starts off this round with the man advantage. Let's see where this goes wrong. Okay. This might be a little nitpicky because Nifty is here. Actually, you know what? Never mind. Okay, so they're playing 2 in ramp. Nifty's rotating back and forth between upper and outside. And then Sonic... Okay, Sonic's falling back. Okay. Oh, is he... Okay, this is weird because I would say that Sonic should be falling back because there's no need for him to be this aggro. But at the same time, INTZ hasn't done anything to force him to fall back. So if the other team hasn't forced you to give up your position, most of the time you just shouldn't. So like I kind of get this, and Nifty is pretty close by to help, but this round is like Nifty's position in this round is super important if they don't go ramp. If they go anywhere besides ramp, oh see, that's why I feel like Sonic should have fell back. It's because he didn't. I think he's gonna get gayed from, yeah. So he didn't know that there was a guy red box. So probably what happened there is they threw those outside smokes. Sonic was calming because he had this line saying, they can't be down secret, I have it. I'm posted here. They can't have crossed. He didn't know that Destiny had already crossed the red box, and so that kind of got him killed. I need to watch, honestly, I need to watch this point of view from the beginning of the round to see if that was a misplay or not. Okay, so Fugly gets a kill on Zand. And then at this point, okay, so at this point he knows there could be a guy red box. So my general rule when I'm playing is if something could have happened, assume that it did. Because you need to assume the worst happened in the round. Because right there, a guy could have been red box and he was gambling that there wasn't. He was just gambling. He's like, I'm just going to gamble that there isn't a guy that crept up to red box. And when you're up 5v4 on CT side nuke, that's not a gamble worth taking. Like, if you're down 3v4 or down 4v5, that's a gamble worth taking and hoping for that extra info, right? He didn't even need to molly it hopping. What he should have done is just fall back towards CT or heaven or under heaven and just hold the line, like the cross to secret line. He should have just held that because his team already has a man advantage. And he's playing super aggressive and taking a gamble. That's not worth taking in this situation specifically. It's not that it's a terrible play. It's just, it's a gamble not worth taking. That's all. Because you're up a man advantage, you're winning 14-6, you can just fall back. And what happens if he falls back to heaven too, is now Nifty isn't in such a crucial spot where he has to go back and forth between outside and upper, because if they start coming out upper, he has to run back and help Som, and if they go outside, he has to run over there to try and help Sonic. But if Sonic falls back to where Nifty is and holds the line outside, then Nifty can just dedicate to helping Som and upper, and him and Som can work some kind of setup to hold upper. So it just wasn't a risk worth taking in the round. Like in that situation, it wasn't worth taking, because now what happens is, so these guys are actually dedicating to the double ramp. And, oh, that molly's probably going to scare them off. Damn, they were about to go ramp, too. They might still go ramp, but... Okay, so they pop flash to peak ramp. Okay, wait, where was that kill? Need to go back. Yeah, he's gonna kill the guy hut. That's a big kill. That's a big kill. So again, so now they're up on another 5v4, but they've used a ton of nades towards ramp, and they showed them that they're playing ramp. But then, okay, so actually, and then Fugly leaves and comes back. Okay, so they have 3 people in upper, and INTZ is about to go upper. I don't know how they lose this round. This game is still live, by the way. This game isn't live. This happened like 2 days ago or yesterday. But see, okay, so Android has to watch the flank. Okay, so they went down the vent. That makes sense. Oh yeah, big lurk from Destiny. Okay, so the Brazilian teams are so good at this. So once they get to here, Yell's like, alright, screw it, let's go down the vent. Good play. And the Brazilian teams are so good at this, having this lurker here, even when they're down numbers, and like you wouldn't expect a lurker. Okay, so this all stemmed... Yeah. This all stemmed from that Sonic misplay. Because if they have 2 people towards upper, this can't happen. Like if Nifty's in upper with Som when that happens. Because what should have happened is Som should have been top hut looking squeaky. It was just a good lurk by Destiny, but like it all stemmed from the fact that they were up 5v4, went 4v4. Nifty got the kill on KNG and they're up 4v3 and they have 3 people in upper. But they have 2 people heaven and then Som. I'm gonna go back. So Nifty gets this kill, right? Where's Som? Okay, now Som's playing right here. Nifty is already watching this line, so Som doesn't need to be here. Now he has 2 guys heaven. I feel bad. I'm shitting on Som. I really don't want to shit on Som. He's inexperienced. He's young. But look, he has 2 people heaven here. He has Android and Nifty, both towards hut. So Som needs to go on top of hut and watch Squeaky, or he needs to turn and watch Squeaky from Tetris. Like the fact that he's not watching Squeaky right now is a huge misplay, because this is like, what's the one thing that can cost them this round? At this point right here, what is the one play where they lose the round? If they go down vent. That's the only play. If they come upper, Envy wins. They have 3 guys right here. Like if they come upper, they win. The only way they lose this round is if they go down and lower. That's the only way. I know, but I feel bad hopping because like, I don't know. He doesn't need any extra pressure added to him. But he should have been and then he ends up dying from the outside lurk. It's unlucky because he was put in a tough spot to begin with. But like Sonic made the first mistake this round, and then right there that was another one where they had 3 guys watching the same thing. How'd Fugly die? He just died rotating down ramp. Like he was on ramp and he went down ramp into lower, and just they just died because they were already in lower and they just killed him. Now they're just doing an lobby crunch. Yeah, they just went fast secret next. Okay, so again, INTZ's favoring a really heavy lobby setup on their defaults. Is he already out? Okay, so Zand died. Okay, it's another 5v4 here. So let's just see. So Zand went for the YOLO play. Saw him on top hut, got the kill. Good. And then off of that, they were planning to go through this ramp smoke, it looks like. Okay, interesting little smoke. So 5v3. Okay, Jesus. This is a 5v3. Just go back. Android's right behind the smoke, and he also has help from hell right away. This was a really good setup all around. Oh! And he got dinked. Nothing to nitpick so far there. MV played that round really well. They had a setup perfectly for it. They went up 5v4. They got their trades. Nifty dinked the guy dropping down. Like the only thing you could say, like it's a little nitpicky, is like after he gets that dink and he sees the other guy go behind the box, probably could have just fell back, but like it's not like that's not a bad fight. It just like that's really nitpicky if I'm complaining about that. That wasn't like a terrible play. I bet if you asked Nifty, he would say he should have fell back, but like I don't need to like if you asked him, I think he would have said that. So that's good enough. But it wasn't like a terrible fight. But you see now Envy's in such a tough spot because it's 2v2 and they can go anywhere. They know one guy's dinked, but Oh, how does Cello win this round? Surely not. Surely they just like this is unlosable, boys. Oh, what a good play though. This is so weird, man. This is such a weird round. No. That's how you lose. That's how you lose the round. Okay. So far, MB's done everything right this round so far. Like, arguably, Nifty's peak was not super necessary, but it wasn't that bad. Like, that wasn't that bad. He dinked the guy, and then he just kind of got owned by KNG. But that was all fine. So far, MB's done everything right this round. And then I don't know what the point of that is. Now, this is fucking unreasonable is what this is. That's fucking unreasonable what Cello did to Sam there. Like, that's unreasonable as fuck. But like, Sonic fucked up again. There's no need for that. Like, that's not worth, again, oh, this seems to be a common trend so far, is Sonic's taking risks that aren't worth taking in the situation. Like, you don't need that info. You know he's in upper. He just mollied down the vent. Let him go plant, and then you know he's dinked, and you both have full HP. You know he's dinked, because Nifty would have called that he dinked him. You know he's dinked. You both have full HP. Let him plant, and you have a smoke. So if he plants, you can smoke the bomb too. That was honestly that was a huge fuck up by Sonic. That was a huge fuck up by Sonic right there. Like that was really really bad. Like all they have to do is wait for that molly to go away, hold for if he comes back down the vent for whatever reason, let him plant the bomb, and then go play, and then go push him together after he plants. 2v1. You can't lose. You can't lose. And if he's hiding, like if you go to try to push him together and he doesn't peek you guys and he got into hut or something, like to get away if he got into hut, because it's the only place he could go once he plants if you come up the vent. Because like, assuming he mollies down, plants, by the time he's done planting, the molly will be faded, so the only place he could hide would be to go into hut. It'd be the only play he could do. So if he does get into hut at that point, just smoke the bomb. One person defuses, one person holds. You only have to hit him one time. He's dinked. You know he's dinked. That was a huge fuck up. That was a huge fuck up. Because the Envy actually played that round perfectly until that mistake by Sonic right at the end. Everything up to that point, they did everything well. Everything. Honestly, Hoppin, this Envy team just like doesn't make sense on paper. Like it'll be real hard for them to be like a really good team. Okay, up 5v4 again. This is what, the fourth time they've had the man advantage going into a round. Luckily is super low and they're in eco, so like this one, not as egregious if they lose this one. This is still like a, you probably wouldn't even still have them favored this round. You'd probably still give this 60-40 to INTZ at this point because they have full secret control, full nades. But Fuckley got himself into a good spot. They have a good little crossfire here. Okay, they're gonna double up. This isn't awful. They're playing super heavy here. They're gambling that they don't flank heaven. Kind of a risk. Sonic's going for another info play. This isn't bad though. Like, this isn't a bad info play because Like I said, even though they're 5v4, you still wouldn't favor them. Oh. Oh, Brad. He went too ham for the gun. Right there, right here, he just needs to stay alive. If he just sits behind Silo right here, so that these guys, like, damn, they fucked up again. Okay, so Fugly just needs to stay exactly where he is, and Android just needs to stay behind the Silo. And again, they just win this round. So what could have happened, potentially, is KNG... No, actually, he was in the window. If Android stands behind Silo and stays alive, and Fugly just stays exactly where he is, right here, and just right there, and just doesn't move, like this, that was a super unnecessary peek by Fugly and Android. Both of them fucked up there. If Fugly stays exactly where he is, and Android just stands behind the Silo and stays alive, they have Som and Nifty. All three of their teammates are flanking Secret right now. All three of them are flanking Secret. So if they just stay alive for like 4 more seconds, like if they just stood where they were, they could stay alive for a couple more seconds. And then right now their teammates can't push, like... Now this is like unwinnable at this point for Envy. But if they just stayed alive, it was a winnable round. Yeah. And they still get all the kills too, but they just run out of time. No kid, I guess. This still isn't an awful play. KNG's really out of position right there. So is Cello. INTZ's trying to give it back to them, honestly. No kit. Yeah, this is unwinnable. He did his best, though. Just got the kills. Gonna try to get the op. Yeah, not a terrible eco. All things considered, not a terrible eco, but they could have won it. They could have won it. It wasn't even like a guaranteed win either. Like, I'm not saying if Android and Fugly stayed alive, they would have won the round. Because looking back, like, the triple flank Secret would have taken longer than I had thought, like if they were rotating through vents or through ramp. But even still, if they just stayed alive, then they had a chance. But they both peaked. Well, Fugly peaked. Android tried to rush for the gun. Is it an upper rush or just straight down the vent? Ooh. Oh, he faked the vent drop and went for the top hut kill. And then he does the vent drop anyways. Okay. Ballsy yell, I love it. I love it. My boy Gustavo making plays. Now these guys have 3 towards heaven now. So now Envy's all out of sorts. They don't know where to set up now. These guys need to make some sort of play together. Okay, yeah, so they're just peeking to clear outside. This is a good call. I think they're just calling for the save. Yeah. GG. Planted lower. It's over. It's over. So Yell just went out vent, got the kill, dropped down, and they just won the round. That's sort of like a video series idea that in my head is cool, but I can't it's gonna actually be for most people. Alright, hit me with it, Hoppin. What you think? So again, Envy that round just lost the first kill and then decided to save. Not a bad play. And Nifty didn't like fuck up. He mollied down the vent and then just got killed. Was really like it wasn't a bad play. Okay, 5v4 again. Now they have to retake upper, which is tough. So they just gave up upper this round. Good nades. Yeah, that did sweet damage. And then some peeks and gets a kill. This is a good round so far. Anthony, dude, shut the fuck up, dude. Anthony, you're such a fucking bitch, man. Just get out. Get out. Okay, so 5v4 again. This is like their 5th 5v4 at this point. Damn, Envy's gonna be so disappointed that they didn't win this. Like, okay, so Sonic setting up for a retake molly. Okay, he just mollied under. I'm sure that wasn't a lineup. What the fuck happened to everybody that was outside mini? Did they all fall back? What the fuck happened here? They had 2 guys here. He left and went heaven. Oh man, and then Cello just peeked and fucking killed him. I wonder why he left to go heaven though. they kept 2 guys mini, they win that round. But some of these smaller like MDL type teams and explain all the players on it and what their potential could be. Compare the players to bigger pros if you can and make them more familiar to people. Maybe hopping. I just don't want to watch MDL all the time. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't want to do that. It's not a bad idea, but I just don't want to do it. That round, if they just kept, like, that wasn't an awful retake, all things considered, but if they kept 2 guys mini, 1 guy coming up the vent, and 2 heaven, they probably would have won, but that's nitpicky again. It's not necessarily a better or terrible play. We see some round where he knifes his teammate. Well, so far, man, Sonic's been the one that's really cost them most of the rounds they've lost. Like, most of, there's rounds where INTZ just, like, wins from outplaying them, and Envy didn't really do anything bad, but, like, the 3 biggest mistakes so far have been Sonic. Like, where it's like, damn, we should have won this round and we lost it for no reason kind of thing. Okay, so there's another re-smoke. Oh, so close. Okay, so now, right now, Envy doesn't know how many people are down. So Android's rotating into Secret. So now they have Android Secret. Oh, no. This is an over-rotation here. So I thought their rotations were good here. So look, so right here, once Sonic's calling that they can be down Secret, Nifty's in heaven. Nifty right now, at this point, Nifty needs to go into upper. He needs to just go play upper with Som, but he goes down the ladder. Android's already in lower. Fugly's going down lower. And Nifty's going down the ladder. Now, we don't have the comms. We don't have the comms for this. The only way that this 3-man rotation to lower is an appropriate call is if Sonic is calling that, like, 4 down Secret or something. Which I don't know why he would be calling that, because there's no way he has that info. So I'm assuming he's saying they could be down Secret, which would be the right comm. Like, 1 guy down Secret, could be more, don't know, no info. In which case, Android's already down, perfect. Fugly should be staying ramp, and Nifty should be going into upper with Som. Because Sonic is going to be in a useless spot here. 1 smoke and he's useless. Yeah, see, they're out mini. Sonic's useless now. Som ends up getting 1, which would have been fine if he had help. And then at this point, Nifty realizes that he's out of position and he goes, oh shit, they're out upper. Fuck. I'm too late. Gets 1 and then gets traded because if he was down in silos with Som, they could have played a crossfire there and they would have had a way better chance of winning the round. But 1 smoke takes Sonic out of the game. Now, like, he's behind the mini smoke. He can't do anything. He can't go through the smoke with an op. So now he's out of the game. And now both of these guys are in the vents because they had 2 people in lower when they shouldn't. And so now Envy's out of this round just from bad rotations. And then they just go for a YOLO retake and it doesn't work. This round Fugly's going aggro outside. This isn't bad. He's got Sonic with him. Good flash. Good kill. Does Envy win this round? Is this the round they win? Okay, so they were on eco, they were on a force buy. They went for an outside pot flash play. It worked. Sonic and Fugly got the kills. Nifty came, got another one, and then, yeah, GG, won the round. So we'll just watch it. So here, so they throw that lurk smoke. Fugly gets up behind the smoke. Boom, he flashes for Sonic. Second flash for Sonic. Sonic comes through, kill. Fugly pushes through, second kill, and then Nifty pushes up in the smoke and gets the 3rd one. Perfect. Good strat. Good execution. Thoughts on Riot Squad? Riot Squad is gonna be good, man. Riot Squad's got a good squad. Alright, and then yeah, we don't need to watch this whole thing. They go through, they go into lower. Android kills the guy clearing the window. KNG's fucked. Unwinnable. He's probably going to just try to save. Oh, no. Android gets him. Gets the op. Okay. It was a good strat by Envy and well executed as well. Perfect. All these normie friends. Yeah, bro. You got a bunch of normie ass friends, dog. Okay, so INTZ's throwing the outside smokes to cross. Perfect. Wait for the smokes. They're going. Okay, so Envy sent Sonic straight into lower this round. And then they have 3 guys towards upper because INTZ's been abusing their upper and now they realize it's a threat. But unfortunately this round, because Envy went for an aggro play outside last round, INTZ's banking on the fact that they're not going to do it again and they just went super fast down secret. Pretty good call. Good call from both teams. It just worked out that INTZ's worked out for them. They got the ramp lurk, 4 guys down secret. Sonic gets the first kill, another 5v4. Sonic! Dude! Backwards! Back up! Back up! What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do with this guy? That is such a misplay. If he backs up onto the window stairs and just holds the line for these stairs that KNG's standing on right now, like that line right there where KNG's looking, if Sonic gets that first kill, falls back to there, and holds this line, he gets the second kill, back to the window, hold the line down to the stairs again, like first line, fall back, second line, fall back, third line, and they win this round. But instead, he runs forward and jumps to peek. The only explanation for this, and it's not a good, this isn't an excuse by the way, like this isn't a good explanation, where he kills the first guy and he thinks, oh, that was the lurker secret, oh, now I'm dead. Risk not worth taking. Not worth taking that risk. KNG, like... Like, think about from KNG's point of view how dumb that looks. If he was on Envy, this never would have happened. Well, that's definitely not true. It's really easy to watch it back after the fact and be like, bad, 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 bad. You never know what people are going to do in the game. It doesn't matter who's on the team. You can't control 5 people all at one time. You never know what kind of mistakes people are going to make. But just watch from KNG's point of view how easy this was. Like, look at that. And now, because he was the only one there, good kill by Fugly. So it's still a 4v3, but look at this. Because of the position they were in, they don't have vents control. So they can't rotate through vents. They're worried about the outside lurk. So they can't go through secret. So what's happening now is all 4 of them are coming ramp, this is good. They have a ton of nades. This shouldn't be a round they can lose. Because Android has a molly. They have 2 mollies and 2 smokes. You smoke off both doors, and you molly the window, and you win. Smoke off both doors, molly the window, somebody diffuses, the other people cover the smokes, you win the round. But yeah, INTZ's not planning the bomb. Okay, so what INTZ's doing here, but not planning the bomb, is they're forcing Envy to change their positions. But what Envy's doing is actually perfect. They're just sending Nifty to just scout, and they're keeping the rest still at ramp. Oh my god, what? Oh no! No! Worst case scenario! Oh, that is so unlucky. And then KNG fucking kills him. Oh man, that's like literally worst case scenario. I think this is tough because this is really like This is really like hindsight's 2020 kind of thing. But when they had 4 guys here, and INTZ still hasn't planted yet at this point, and they had 4 guys here. Hindsight's 2020 with this one, so keep this in mind. Like, what Envy did isn't wrong by just waiting here, sending Nifty to go scout the other areas to see if they've fallen back, and just leaving 3 guys ramp for when they do go lower, you can retake. But I think once they have 4 guys here, if they just full commit to like taking lower right now. Actually, that's not even fair. No, that's literally hindsight because Som knifed his teammate and then KNG gets this kill on that line. So like, it was just super unlucky. That was super unlucky. Honestly, the play they did was fine. God damn. Maybe Android doesn't need to take this fight, but it's not even bad. Oh my god, he has a nade. Oh my god, that nade could literally kill 2 of them. Oh! Oh man, so I mean they still could have won this anyways. That's so unlucky for Som though, like... That's really just unlucky. No, I'm not talking about the knife, I'm talking about like the play. Like I thought, like I was saying when they had all 4 guys ramp, they should have just went and retook lower, even though INTZ hadn't planted yet. But if they did that, then there's a chance INTZ just turns and goes up the vent, and then plants upper, and then you're in an even harder position. So I don't even think that was fair to say they should have done that, because you don't really know what they should have done. I think, because if they do that, then there's a chance INTZ just leaves entirely and just goes back up the vent. So I think what they did was fine, actually, and if that knife kill had to have happened, I think they probably would have been able to win the round. But KNG was still had a good line. Oof. He's going straight down secret. The upper guys are calling. A guy went down the vent. He knows there's a guy down the vent. This is the line he needs to hold. This right here. He doesn't need to keep going forward. He still could have hit that shot and saved it. Like if he hits that shot, then they would still win anyways. But here, now Android's like fucked. Cello got super aggro super fast, to be fair. But Android's in such a tough spot because he has an auto shotgun rotating into lower. That's so tough. That's GG for this round. But Sonic just took the wrong line. He went too aggro. He still could have hit the shot. Like, even if he hit the shot, then it would have been fine, I guess. So, like, just don't miss and your mistakes get covered up. But, like, once you know there's a guy already down the vent, you don't want to be pushing into him because that's what he's looking for. He's looking for that kill. Alright, first round of overtime. Let's see what happens. Okay, so they're doing their outside setup again. Fugly's out here by himself. Zand is up top. Is he going to molly him out? That'd be pretty sweet if he did. Alright, they're just falling back. Nothing happened fast, so they're just giving it up, falling back. So this is what Sonic should have done that first gun round. He should have fallen back to a more passive line. Okay, well at least he's learning, like, within the game from his mistake. Because remember earlier, the round that he died at blue box on a line that he shouldn't have been taking? This is the line he should have fallen back to then. And he's doing it now. And watch what happens because of it. So now they have Fugly down and lower, Android's holding ramp, and Nifty and Som are both playing towards upper now. So by having Sonic fall back here, wait, did he see this guy cross? Okay, yeah, he did. So now he knows he crossed to red. So now he knows he can tell Android, or Fugly, that there's one guy at red. Oh, that was the play. He was going to flash for him. But he got mullied off. Okay, he's flashing. But, yeah, Fugly got mullied off. Okay, this is perfect. Now Fugly's playing this perfect. Just spotting for info, secret. Android's spotting for info, ramp. Sonic's now rotated over here. And it's just unlucky the upper guys just kind of got owned. I don't know what their setup was. This isn't even a bad setup. Oh, they went for the double hut push. Well, okay. The only reason why double pushing hut It's tough. It's tough because they know they don't have a rotator. I guess Sonic's rotating Heaven. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, Sonic's like hell right now, so they really don't need to be double pushing Hut. So this is called Rewind NZXCS. I'm just gonna explain this real quick. So Sonic has the info that only one person crossed secret, just one guy. So if only one guy crosses secret, chances are the rest of them are probably towards lobby. Just playing the odds. Like there's a chance the rest of them are all right close mini, ready to split through mini. It's possible, but the odds are the rest of them are towards lobby. If you see one guy cross secret and he's making a bunch of noise and using his nades, chances are the rest of them are towards lobby. So what Envy's doing here is because they don't have a rotate towards upper and they could get split from mini, they're double pushing Hut. Now, it's tough because they can get split through mini, so they're trying to isolate Hut and they're leaving Squeaky and mini open. But what happens here is Nifty's pushing too early before Sam is ready to push with him, and then because Sam is trying to make up for that, he runs. And then Cello just owns him. Because Sam's trying to make up for the lack of like the spacing problem by running. Because he has to catch up to Nifty because the spacing's bad. That was kind of a bad peek by Nifty too. And then Cello hears him and Cello just runs out and owns him. And so then now they have upper control, and like I was saying before, there's no rotate, so it's just over. Sonic died Heaven. This round's GG. But I think the Hut push wasn't terrible, but I think what they should have done is maybe just walk into Hut together and just hold Hut. Like don't peek into lobby, just hold inside of Hut here. Like one guy in the corner, like I don't know if you guys can see my cursor, probably not, but like in the corner that's on the screen right now, like right where like the T is looking, if you have one guy in either one of those corners, then you just hold Hut and you're still isolating Hut and not looking mini or Squeaky because they can get split, so they're worried about it. You can see the cursor? Oh, okay, cool. So yeah, I think that would have probably been a better setup just because peeking into lobby is risky when the chances are most of the other team's going to be in lobby. Unless Sonic's comms are really bad, which is possible. Like we don't have the comms. Remember that. We don't have the comms, so we don't know what was said. If Sonic called that there was multiple people down secret, then their play makes a lot more sense. So we don't have the comms, so we don't know. We don't know what was said. And that knowing what was commed changes everything. Like it could change everything. If they thought that there was multiple people down secret, then that risk on the Hut push makes a lot more sense. I still think the spacing was bad, but again, we don't know what the comms were on that either. Like, what if Nifty told Sam to push out with him 3 seconds earlier, and Sam just didn't hear the comm and hesitated, and then Nifty dropped into push, and then Sam wasn't there with him when he should have been closer? Or what if Nifty didn't even call it, and then he just did it, and then Sam realized he was doing it and went to, like, we don't have, without the comms, it's so hard to know what went on. But either way, that was a misplay by Envy in one way or the other. But they weren't in the best position. They were in a tough spot. Damn, the fact that Fugly even got one there is hella impressive. Okay, another man advantage this round. And he's going forward again, man! Ooh, the amount of times this game, and I really don't like to like harp on a player too much, like to just put one guy on blast too much. I think it's just kind of unnecessary. But the amount of times this game that Sonic has got them a man advantage and then went way too aggro, like for no reason after getting the advantage. Like, why doesn't he just fall back here? And look what he does. He just YOLOs out the and dies for no reason, and now it's 3v3 with his team getting split from Heaven. Like, look at the spots these guys are in now. They're in such a tough spot. Nifty's gonna probably move over towards Mustang and look towards Heaven. Yep. And then Sam has to play behind the silos, but now Nifty can get gayed from people coming through mini, and the guy coming Heaven's gonna clear this, and now Sam's fucked. Damn, I feel like Cello just hit some nuts shots though, to be fair. Because like if Nifty gets this kill, then it's all fine. But he owns him. And then, oof. Yeah, Cello just hit some nut shots. Jello just hit some nut shots, to be fair. But, like, if Sonic stays alive, then that changes everything. Good round by Cello, though. Gotta give credit where credit's due. Good round by Cello. Nice shots. What's up, Goodvis? Need to confront Sonic at land. No, man, I don't have anything against Sonic, like, personally. I'm not confronting anybody. I'm just saying, and I'm sure he knows this, and I'm sure his coaching staff have pointed this out to him, and I'm sure if he watched the demo back himself, which he should have, then he noticed all these things too. Like, I don't think I'm saying any controversial things here, but he has made a lot of mistakes this game that have cost his team rounds. You gotta wonder if they're regretting dropping JDM. No, I don't think so. I still think Sonic is better for the team overall than JDM was. It's like Sonic's a bad player, guys. He just made a lot of mistakes this game. Like, Sonic's a good player. He's got really good mechanics, and he's a good player. He just had a bad game. Like, that shit happens. But they win this round. Fugly. Okay, so Fugly's just waiting here for the secret lurk. Oof. Nice, okay. Now Nifty, ooh, did he get a double? See, this is a good line by Nifty. Boom, first line, fall back. And look, and now he falls back to his second line. That's upping right there. You take your first shot, you fall back to your second line. Nifty knows right here, this is his second line. He smokes it off. Now he's repositioned. He's in a whole new spot now. This is a bit YOLO, but like whatever. He's in a different line now. Now he can fall back, and he's in a position to help his team and stay alive. Perfect. There was a lot of rounds this game where if Sonic did that, his team would have won this game already. Alright, next. Alright, let's see what happens here. Yell with the auto sniper, dude. Big Yell, big Gustavo. Smoke, Molly. Damn, he's using all of his nades around. He's really wanting to shut that bitch down. Alright, Envy's doing the same default they've been doing the whole game. 4 guys outside, 1 guy in lobby. Android's pretty aggro in lobby this round, but this is fine. Alright, so cross smokes, 1 guy walked down secret. This is the same default that worked for them in the game. No problems here. Okay, so right now, Zand is clearing out vent. He's not sure if they could have got down because they threw the lurk smoke, but now Zand cleared the vent, so now INTZ knows there's nobody down the vent right now. So they still have Yell holding this down. KNG's holding this line. He gets flashed off, he falls back. Is he going to re-peek? Oh my god. So that was a dumbass play by KNG. He easily could have died right there if they had an opper on that line, but stayed alive. And there was the same default. Envy's run this whole game on T side. They flash, they push the guy off. Ooh. Okay, see. That was a mistake by KNG right there. But, like, he made the same mistake that Sonic made. But KNG, like, did it smarter, if that makes sense. Like, the way he peeked this, he moved back, if you notice. Like, he went back and peeked tighter. He didn't peek as wide. So, like, look at where Sonic's holding, right? He peeked far enough back and on a tight enough angle that there was no potential for him to get traded. And now he's, boom, second line. Okay, so KNG, the peek he made outside through the ladder, like from the bottom of ladder, was still a little bit ballsy. Like if Sonic was ready. The thing is, there's 3 different angles you have to look at. You have to look at the heaven angle, the window angle, and the bottom angle, right? So KNG peeked the bottom angle, gambling that Sonic would be looking at one of the other 2. Decent risk to take, especially considering he didn't go wide. Like if he had gone wider like Sonic did, like what Sonic did when he did it, is he peeked super wide so that the opper where Sonic was could see him and killed him. He just did it way wider. Kanji did it smarter. And then he flashed, he spotted, got info, and then right there, this was a ballsy repeat. Like, Sonic was aware of that angle and could have killed him if he held the line, but I think he just changed his mind. Yeah, see, he was aware of the angle, but Kanji was already ready for it. So Kanji fell back, got to his second line, and now Kanji fell back again, and now he's holding his third line. Good opping. Still think the peek outside of heaven was a little ballsy, but it's Kanji, so that's what he does. If he would have died, then it would have been a mistake, but because he owned the guy, it's like, okay. That's how CS works, boys. Just don't miss, and all your mistakes are covered up. Just don't miss. Envy goes up this round too. Okay, so 4 outside again. 5 outside this time. 2 on top of Twinkie. He's gonna jump down. Oh, you hate to see it. Good kill. Okay, 5v4. They have hell control. That's fine. I'm sure that was part of their strat where he's supposed to scale up to there. Now look how INTZ's reacting. They have Zand watching heaven. Kanji's going to push into hut with his op. And then they have Cello watching mini. So they got this like little crossfire going. And if a guy comes out squeaky and kills Cello, Zand is right there to quick trade. But Kanji's pushed in. You see how he's not peeking into radio? I guess he might peek into radio because it's KNG and he has an op. But this line right here is what you want if you're pushing into hut. And then they're just having Yell watch bottom hell. And if they come through radio, then Yell's hidden. And he should know. They're doing a mini split. Oh, Cello doesn't hit his shot. Zand went down the vent. This is actually a really hard round for INTZ to win. I don't know how they win it. Does Kanji just go ham? Oh man, okay. So Sam has a molly. Where's Sam? Oh, dude, that's such a fuck up. Okay. So look, this is a perfect example of an inexperienced player not using his nades. Right here, he should have mollied hut when they were coming through mini. And then KNG just owns them all. And then if he's gonna go for the ace for KNG. GG. Sam should have used his molly there. Sam is in heaven with a molly. His team is splitting upper. Right here, his team's coming through mini. They're fighting. He should be mollying hut right now. And the second guy, Android, to be fair, like after his teammate dies right there, he shouldn't cross the same. He shouldn't have crossed there. He should have waited. Sam should have mollied hut, and then Android can cross and plant. But now that's after that it was GG. Yeah, Envy really fucked up a lot that game. That's a lot of mistakes. Their concepts were good. Like, their team play overall was good. It was just a lot of individual mistakes. You hate to see that. But it happens. Players have bad games sometimes.